watching you guys play Search and Destroy. It's absolutely incredible. Now, with these new features and these new gameplay elements, how do you feel like it's kind of like shaped the mode?
It's improved it like drastically, because now you've got different sort of avenues you can go down, and before the game you can sort of build your strategy in the bans and protect. So if you want to just play for picks and so on, protect vision pulse and so on like that. So it's improved it a lot.
You know, in that match, I watched your beloved Annihilator get banned right off the bat as some sort of punishment for the game one, I think. But then you got the save with the vision pulse being protected, but you didn't have a great opportunity to execute against that. What's the penalty to you when you don't pick the right time to use it?
Well, it only lasts for like 2 seconds. It just does the whole scan of the map. So pretty much I sort of used it prematurely. Like I just used it to start around to see where they were going. Whereas if I saved it later on, I could have then we could have played as a team and got a pick. So it could have changed the whole game.
Awesome. Well, that was an intense round, and I'm excited to see the third and final one. So thank you so much, Tommy. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Vaughn.
Yes.
We have seen 2 exciting matches, but we've also seen kind of these new suite of COD casting tools you guys are introducing, which, you know, really kind of enhance the experience in a big way. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Let's talk about COD casting for a moment.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things that were really important to us with COD casting. As I've said, it's just as important to be able to spectate a game as it is to be able to play one. So we wanted to make sure that COD casting wasn't burdensome to set up in any way. Right? So in Black Ops 2, the caster can specify which settings he or she wants to use pre-game in the lobby before they even start. And those settings can be saved as part of the custom settings so you can be recalled and they're always available. Although we always want the caster to be able to quickly access all those common views, there's only so many buttons on a controller, right? So that's why we developed the quick settings menu. That's on the left trigger for the casters. So they can pull up all the commonly used caster tools, access them, edit, get back to the game as fast as possible just by simply pulling the left trigger and then pulling it again when they're done. Now, these are both tools that make it easier for the caster, but we also need to make sure that they can focus on providing the best experience to the audience. That's just as important as some of the new tools that you're seeing being demonstrated here. The player loadout widget is the big one. The player loadout widget gives the caster the ability to call up and specify any details that he wants. This can be any specialist weapon, ability, equipment, perks, wildcards. It can be any combination of those, as many or as few as he needs. Although the casters always do a phenomenal job of memorizing the names of hundreds of pieces of game content, they don't have to because the widget is scrollable so they can see exactly what's been equipped. But my favorite caster feature, and one that I've been thinking about for a very long time, has been the team identity. So as you can see in this broadcast, the casters specify the exact names of the teams. They can change out the team logo. They can set the colors that represent the team for the cast. This replaces everything in the game about team factions. It gives the caster the best way to represent the competition to his or her audience.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like looking at it, you know, these are features and tools that were otherwise reserved for very elaborate productions, you know, events like this. But with Black Ops 3, it's like right in game. So, you know, it's really exciting. But in addition to that, you have one bit of other extra news, which is how you're improving the kind of just the ability to just jump in and see a match.
So I'd love to have every single Call of Duty player tuned into the highest level of competitive game. But we don't control every screen in the world, but that means we need to come up with some tricks, and Treyarch has some good tricks up their sleeves here. So I'm very excited to tell everybody that the best way to understand competitive is to watch it to be played at the competitive level. So for Black Ops 3, we've created the live event viewer. So major events like this one can be piped directly into the game so everyone can experience the intense action. One button press pulls up any major events live stream directly inside the game, full screen, so none of the details will get missed. Now to us, the live event viewer and a lot of the other things that we've been talking about and have mentioned are just really the beginning of a huge plan that we have to grow Call of Duty esports.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as much as that's all very well and exciting, like you said, it's really all about seeing it in the flesh. So let's toss it back to Maven and Mr. X to set up the next match.
David Vonderhaar, Treyarch Studios, I love you.